this video, I'm going to walk you through a few different ways to get to a spreadsheet application, which we will need throughout the semester for the Statistics 110 class. There's really three options. There's probably more than three. Actually, there's four options if you're on a Mac. The university actually has, as part of the desktop software, has Excel, Microsoft Excel, already installed on the desktops. Like if you go to the library and log in with your Riviere username and password, you should be able to get access to an Excel application, or you can go through Office 365, which is just a web-based version of all of the Office products that are out there. So I'll show you all of those, as well as a way to get there from Google. And I can actually just talk a little bit about the Macintosh as well. So I'm on a Mac right now, so things might look a little bit different for me than they might for you. But here I have a screen. I've used VMware Horizon, which I'll show you right here. This is the Horizon client, which is how I log into the desktops at Riviere from my machine at home. So I've logged in. I'm staff, so I logged in using that, but you may actually have University Desktop as your option. Regardless of which option you choose, you should be able to go to the Start menu, which is down here. And if it's a frequently used application, you'll see it pop up right in the list right here. If you don't see Excel listed here, you can click All Programs. And if you just hover over it, it actually just brings all the programs up, and you'll see Excel in that list of programs. So your list might look a little different than mine, but this is what you're looking for, is Excel 2016. So if I click that, it'll bring up what I call the desktop version of Excel. So this is the desktop version, and I can select a blank workbook, and here I am. I have an Excel spreadsheet all ready to go. So that's one way to get to it. The second way is to use Office 365. So if you go to Riviere's website, there's an option to, I'm trying to scroll up here, there's an option for quick links. I'll start here. So quick links up on the top. If you click quick links and scroll down to the bottom, you'll see an option for, not the bottom, but about a little bit down from the top there, you'll see an information technology link. And if you click that, it'll launch a new window. And you'll see right here that there's a Office 365 version that you can link to. And if you click that, it will it'll bring you to this page. If you just click on the link up on the top, it will launch yet another window, and it may ask you to log in, and you should just use your Riviere username and password to get into this. And here you can see you have Excel, but it's all web-based as opposed to the desktop version that I just showed you. So it looks very similar. I can add a new blank workbook, and if we just sort of put the two side by side, I'll try to get these kind of side by side. You can see they're very similar. The thing is that the desktop version is always going to be a lot better because it's going to have more functionality. The web tends to have limitations that are out of their control, but when all else fails, you can definitely use the web version. I believe most of what we're doing can be handled with the web version, but we'll sort of investigate that as we go along. The third way you can get to a spreadsheet application is really just to go to Google. So I have Google set up as my home page, but if you go to google.com, you should see something like this. If you have an account on Google, you'll see this 3x3 matrix of dots. And if you click on it, you'll see a bunch of Google apps come up. And one of them, if you scroll down, should be Sheets. So Google Sheets is the equivalent to Excel, although I would argue that it's not quite as robust as Excel. Excel is a very powerful spreadsheet application. So Google Sheets, likewise, just like we did in Excel, we can say we want a blank spreadsheet. And here we have something that looks very similar to Excel with the rows and the columns and whatnot. The last way that you can get into a spreadsheet application is actually to, and I'm trying to bring it up right now, is to use numbers on a Mac, which not everyone has a Mac, so I typically don't go through this, and actually I don't even know if I have numbers on this Mac, quite frankly. So, but numbers is yet another spreadsheet application that you can use that's very similar to Excel and Google Sheets, but it's just Apple's version of all of that. So that's those are the 4 ways that you can get into a spreadsheet application, and I highly recommend that you investigate this and test it out and make sure that you can get in with no problems sooner rather than later, because all of the work that we're going to be doing moving forward is we're moving away from the super sophisticated Texas Instruments calculators, which are super expensive, and we're trying to move towards more current, I guess, technologies like some of these spreadsheet programs, and we'll talk a little bit more about that throughout the class. So that's all I have, and good luck.